Hello everybody, my name is Rule9 and welcome to the Stanley Parable. I did do a video on this before, a video or two. This time we're going to take a more calculated approach and we're going to try to complete all of the endings in the game. I saw the Game Theory people live stream this, some of it, aka MatPat. I thought it was really cool. And I always wanted to revisit the Stanley Parable, and now I think this is the perfect time to do that. Now I think the first few endings we're going to do here are going to be...
This is the story of a man.
I might as well listen to this again. Right back.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so, I can't remember what I was saying. You can just type on this, right? Can you just type on this? No, I thought you could. First few endings here we're going to do are probably going to be the same ones we did last time. I know we did 2 or 3 of them last time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with the freedom ending. I have a guide up here, or else I wouldn't be able to find all 19 endings. So we're going to exit Stanley's office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think this one we follow all of his instructions, and I did do this one last time. You go to the left.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I really should set my phone to not lock for this, because I have it up on my phone here. I would put it up on my other screen, but I have to like tab out of the game every time to look at it. Okay, you go to the boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
2, 8, 4,
indication
5.
of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
You shut
That
up.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Thanks, I appreciate this.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I was just reading the, I wonder what engine this is built in. Okay, so I remember this, I believe. So hit the elevator button. Let's go back up here. Oh, okay, yeah. Additionally, if you're too quick, the narrator gets mad at you. So your passageway, behind the fireplace, take the elevator to the left. Yep. I'm going to assume that this one is just you following his orders to the letter, but...
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Peculiar.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Beep, 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 beep. And then am I take... Let me see here. How do I set this to not lock? Settings. Done. Never auto locks now. Off of night mode. Full brightness. Nice. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Admiring the lighting, ignore the path to the left, at least your notable death, and go to the mind control facility. Yeah, we definitely did this one before.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I wonder how they found all the endings to this game. Must have been pretty hard. Continue down the walkway. Press the camera button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them,
I like how some of them are like
monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
not like out of order right there. What's this one? Okay. What's that? Is that like that was like Discord or something? They should have X'd off of that. Am I hitting this?
This mind control facility,
Of
it
course
was
I'm
too
hitting that.
horrible to believe it
It's written
couldn't
the
be
thing.
true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
Hell, I could do
emotions
that.
had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
Never!
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Possible.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay.
But here was
Ignore the glowy
glowy
colorful buttons and go into the facility
Controls
power room.
labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Off. That door should open, right?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Ooh.
Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the
Cool, like
machine.
smoke coming in.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open
It's just a
door.
black, like 1 pixel long door.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of
I don't have
the
control
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I mean, he's also in the middle of nowhere, but I mean, you know, whatevs. Okay, so 10 minutes in, we're done with the first ending. We go to the second ending here. The countdown ending. Oh, okay. This is the exact same thing. Okay, we know exactly what we're doing. It's the exact same thing, so
All
we
his
hit,
co-workers were
you hit
gone.
on.
What could it mean? Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's in the passageway. Quelle surprise.
You know what? I was gonna cut this part out, but that was pretty funny. Okay, we're back. Back here. It was only like 4 minutes to walk up here, but I decided to cut that out. Danger, electric shock risk. On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. I want
Stanley,
power.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Where'd I come from again?
What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
I need a 3.
That, Stanley, that this
There's
video
3.
game can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea
Where is the
what
3
your
button?
purpose in this place is?
You have 2 attempts remaining. Oh no.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world.
I think that there is one.
But I'm going to destroy it first.
Maybe that's
so
part of it. Maybe it's an ending.
Can't.
Maybe there's an ending.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Goodbye, employee 47.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the journey.
Carry out my wayward
and
son.
believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
I'll
fade
just
in
sit here
until the
and watch.
moment I say happily ever up.
Okay. I know this one.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check
Same.
on his co-workers.
Same all the way up until we go to the escape, so I'll cut back.
Here's the door, just go.
I like how the farther you get into the game, the different things he says at that part.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Left.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I can't remember if I did this last time. It was a long time
Stanley
ago.
was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Although I don't remember this. Oh no. Oh no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no! Don't kill me! I have so much to give!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Who are you? Oh, thank you. I like you. You're nice.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, this is nice. Ooh, I like
When
this room.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes. Ooh. These like office layouts? So this is Stanley's office, right? And this is that. And this is the door. I don't know. Let's peruse this a little bit here. Corridor. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in here. I went through it for quite a few minutes here, but if you want to look at all of it yourself, it's all like detailed stuff about the beta and one development process of the game. If you want to look through it in detail, you're gonna have to do it yourself. Sadly, because there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't want to make the video too long here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Hello? Was that everything?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Oh no.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time.
I figured I would just let it go. I'm going to assume that there's nothing else here. Hello? Is anyone there? Okay. That was the end. I assume. Okay, so that is what we're going to do for now. It's going to be it for it for now. Here. And on this note, I will see you all in the next one. I think we got through, what, 2 or 3 endings in this first one? So, yeah. Have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. See ya.